this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is a video to talk to you about the best features of the Rodecaster Pro 2. In this video I'm going to be talking about the things that make this device awesome for my use cases, and the reasons why it might be fantastic for you as well. Now, this is an integrated audio production studio, which essentially means that you can input multiple different devices, including up to 4 XLR microphones and a number of other things. It also has 2 USB inputs, so you can pull in 2 PCs, which is ideal if you're planning on streaming with a dual PC streaming setup or doing other things. If you're using it for just voiceovers, which I will also be doing, you can use it in a really convenient way because you can record directly to a micro SD card that's plugged into an SSD drive or to your PC. Now, this is a fully fledged device that's superior to the GoXLR and GoXLR Mini in my mind, and it has a number of things that make it pretty cool. There are some tweaks that you need to do to get it to work for streaming purposes, but one of the things that I said in my full-blown review of this device is that essentially it's a far easier to use device for setting up your microphone. So out of the box, the GoXLR, for example, is a lot more fiddly to get the audio right. But as I'll show in a second, the Rodecaster Pro 2 makes it really straightforward for connecting up a microphone and then basically getting the immediate best settings almost straight away. This is a really useful interface with a really low noise level, and so it basically eliminates a lot of background noise and helps to make you sound really rich. You'll see that there are multiple different hardware sliders, and this is one of the fantastic things about it, is that you can assign different audio channels and then obviously adjust the levels accordingly and to get great sound out of it. And therefore it's perfect for streaming purposes, but also just to get the sound perfectly set up. You can also mute and adjust the volume of each of these. And one of the things that I found interesting is you can also go in and apply processing to a lot of it as well. So you can customize not only your own microphone, but also the audio from the others with relative straightforward wonder. One of the definite highlights is the simple setup, the plug and play connectivity here. So the tweaking that you need to do for the GoXLR and GoXLR Mini to get a mic sounding good can be a pain. Things like the compressor, noise gate, equalizer settings and other things like that. You can really easily adjust those within the hardware on the Rodecaster Pro 2 by basically just clicking on the microphone and then going through the settings. And as you will have seen, it also has settings that you can basically select the mic you're using and they'll automatically apply the right processing in order to make that sound good. You can also add some extra things like depth and sparkle to them, or you can go through and tweak the levels individually to customize them for your level. But what I found is plugging in multiple different microphones is really straightforward in order to get it sounding good with very little fuss. The Shure SM7B, for example, which is quite a pain of a mic to get sounding right normally. I'm using that right now on the Rodecaster Pro 2, by the way, for this voiceover. You can basically just plug it in and then pick the settings in the Rodecaster Pro 2 settings. So it has default settings for the Shure that they've programmed in already. And then obviously if you want to, if you need to, you can tweak that further. But what I found is I really didn't need to. It just works really well from those settings immediately. So you see that you can just press the button on the channel that you're in, and then you can set the input for that. So I'm going for the 3rd channel to adjust that for the mic now, because I just plugged it into the 3rd mic setting. So now mic 3 is the Shure microphone. Dive into those settings, and then I can just go over and select the Shure mic as my input. Now this is already pre-programmed in there, and you'll notice that you immediately have options for neutral, podcast studio or broadcast settings, and then you can change those things and you can tweak the settings in a lot more granular way. One of the other awesome features is the smart pad. So on the right hand side you'll see there are multiple coloured buttons down the side here. There are 8 buttons, but you also have other levels. So at the bottom of those there's 2 extra buttons that are basically directional arrows that take you through a number of other ones. There are various different sound effects on here as standard, but you can also save your own. So you can drag and drop using the Rode Central software to add extra files into here so that you can basically have a variety of different sound effects. So for example, I have this one from Call of Duty.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
And that gets pulled through into the audio, and then you can just basically press that button on the fly whenever you want.
Complete the mission.
And you can have that go in there then and easily just use that and go between them. You can
also change your voice with various
different
sound settings, so you can apply the sounds there.
And you can press those buttons easily too. And you can customize it. Now, I do wish that they made it so you could press and hold these buttons like you can on the GoXLR to record sound on the fly, but you can actually dive into the settings and you can set it to record so that you could record your own clips, whether that's your voice or some other sound or other things. There's loads of flexibility in what it can do in terms of that. So if you want to use various different sound effects while you're streaming, or if you're doing video voiceovers or whatever else you're doing, you just have these buttons that you can press with ease and really quickly, and you can customize them. And obviously you can see on the screen the display of what they are as well, so there's loads of different customization there. Now this thing actually sounds fantastic as well. It does a really good job of making the microphone sound a lot better. I found the Shure SM7B, for example, sounds a lot richer, eliminates a lot more background noise. There's far less things like bird noise that would normally get picked up when I'm using the GoXLR, and so it's just a much better quality overall. I did, however, find it a little bit fiddly to set up for streaming, but they are releasing regular updates to it, so there are loads of different updates coming out for the Rodecaster Pro 2 that are just making it better and better. So that's another reason it's fantastic, because they're constantly improving on it, and Rode has their own YouTube channel dedicated to just showing the updates on this, and they've been rolling out loads of videos that I recommend checking out as well. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Stick around to see a video on just how to set it up for streaming if you're curious. Thanks for watching. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Hope you found this video useful, interesting, hilarious, or otherwise. Take a look at these other videos that I think you might find interesting as well. And have a look at the description for links and other information you might find useful. Click that join button to see the benefits of being a member of my YouTube channel. And most importantly, have a great life.